Trump finally shared his reaction at the White House when he was in a meeting with Germany's new chancellor on Thursday.
He's not the first. People leave my administration and they love us. Some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it, but
I think Trump should count himself lucky. He managed to get out of this relationship without bearing any of Elon's children. Love it or leave it. But first, let's get into it. What a week! The unholy alliance between the world's richest man and the world's least person fell apart on Thursday. Just last week, Elon Musk and Donald Trump parted amicably in an event at the White House. Trump even gave Elon a golden key.
I have given it to some, but it goes to very special people, and I thought I'd give it to Elon as a presentation from our country. Thank you. Thank you, Elon.
But alas, the key party couldn't last. On Tuesday, Elon posted this tweet. He said, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it." Pork-filled abomination? Are we talking about a Republican spending bill or my self-flagellating inner monologue after a trip to Din Tai Fung? In response, the White House was uncharacteristically restrained.
Look, the president already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion. This is one big, beautiful bill, and he's sticking to it. Yeah.
And for a short while, Trump himself didn't take the bait either, which is honestly alarming. Like if you drop a piece of hamburger on the floor and your dog doesn't go for it, time to take that little guy to the vet. Something's not right. Trump finally shared his reaction at the White House when he was in a meeting with Germany's new chancellor on Thursday.
Well, look, you know, I've always liked Elon, and it's always very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, the words of, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it.
Look at Trump trying to keep it amicable, feeling it out to see if they can keep sharing an HBO Max account. But then, Elon said Trump lied when he claimed that Musk knew the contents of the one big bad bill. Said Elon, "False. This was never shown to me, even once, and was passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. And if it was shown to me," he went on to say, "I definitely remember," Musk added, while aggressively shoveling pills into his mouth the same way Tom Cruise eats popcorn. Crazy way to eat popcorn. He's so intense about everything. But you could tell that this restraint is not Trump's natural mode. Like when people have a ferret as a pet, sure, it's trying to be sweet and calm, but it would rather be eating that baby's eyes. The president went on to say this.
Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk. And even with the black eye, I said, "You want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting.
Are you sure, Elon? We have all this stuff left over from the Biden administration right here. Concealer, wigs, tape, peanut butter for that thing where you put it in a horse's mouth and it talks like Mr. Ed, cloning machine. Trump continued.
I'll tell you, he's not the first. People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly, and some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But
I think Trump should count himself lucky. He managed to get out of this relationship without bearing any of Elon's children. The president also pinpointed why he thinks Elon turned on the bill.
But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate.
Once this dust is all settled, what are the odds I can get a Tesla again? My current car is horrible. It's not the car's fault. The interface on the Tesla was good. A lot of rattling. In response to Trump's comments, Musk tweeted, whatever, keep the EV solar incentive cuts in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched, very unfair, but ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. Hey, keep the good name of disgusting pork mountain out of your mouth. I've met both of my future husbands there. Speaking of which, see you all at Disgusting Pork Mountain for our Stop the Squeal rally after the show. A $10 donation gets you 2 loose pierogies and trichinosis. But then, I'm sorry, I can't believe I have to, it's so sad. It got personal. I hate it. You hate to see this. Musk said, without me, Trump would have lost the election, Dems would have control of the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Elon is such a fucking credit whore. You're not even going to mention how much Joe Biden helped? In response, what? Fucking face it. Face what we did. Face what he did. Sorry, someone's like, I didn't do it. In response to a Laura Loomer post, wondering what Republican politicians would do now, Elon wrote, oh, and some food for thought as they ponder this question. Trump has 3.5 years as president, but I'll be around for 40 plus. Yeah, ew. Musk then said he's trying to invent a new kind of ketamine that will help you live forever instead of making you incontinent before you drown in the bathtub. Sorry to say that. Trump came back swinging on True Social. By the way, how funny is it they're both on their little platforms, you know? Kind of like, this is how I would fight him if he were here. This is how I would fight him if he were over here. On True Social, Trump wrote, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon Musk's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it, which is partly why, in the midst of all this, Tesla's stock plummeted again. Imagine you're great. How did it come to the point where we're just rooting for this path-breaking electric car company to fucking fail? Sucks. It's like, stop worrying about them. What do we want? Oh, it's fucked. Of all the sloppy breakups I knew we were going to have this Pride, this one makes me the absolute happiest. Wrote Trump, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. By the way, though, it is like such a fucking red flag when men call their exes crazy. It's like, oh, she's crazy? She went crazy? What, any involvement you had in that? You loved her, then she went crazy? Just happened? The fucking moon thing? At this point, Elon went nuclear. He said Trump should be impeached and, quote, time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Which is devastating. We here at Love It or Leave It prepared a little in memoriam for Trump in response. That's all the music we're allowed to use. We're a podcast. You want to pay for it? You fucking pay for it. But just so we're clear here, Elon's position is, 1, Donald Trump was somehow involved in a global pedophilia ring, and 2, he, Elon, is the sole reason that Donald Trump got elected president of the United States. A powerful message. And sure, we are all having fun, but imagine how much more fun this would be if we lived in a functioning democracy where 2 billionaire narcissists crashing out didn't impact rural hospital closures and meal programs for needy kids. Their drama shouldn't be this important. Musk, who believes empathy is Western civilization's weakness, personally oversaw the dismantling of USAID, which has, by some estimates, already led to the deaths of 300,000 people, mostly children, and it is impossible to measure the cost of research programs shut down, experiments never run, drugs never tested. Sure, Elon is testing a lot of drugs. But there's no fucking control group, so what are we doing here? Many on social media joked about this ending in Elon Musk's deportation. And then, like a prayer said over a mound of clay, the joke became all too real when former Trump advisor and guy who took a shirt off a chair by the bed and sniffed it before putting it on, Steve Bannon, said that he was advising Trump to cancel all of Musk's contracts and told reporters they should initiate a formal investigation of his immigration status because I am of the strong belief that he is an illegal alien and he should be deported from the country immediately. What the fuck? Shame on you. Shame on you applauding that in the dark. First they came for Elon, but I did not speak up. Deal with it. Deal with it. He's a citizen.
Love It or Leave It is brought to you by Quince. If you're not big on trends, but you're big on clothes that feel good and last, then you need to check out Quince. Their lightweight layers and high-quality staples will become your everyday essentials. Quince has all the things you actually want to wear this summer, like organic cotton silk polos, European linen beach shorts, and comfortable pants that work for everything from backyard hangs to nice dinners. I actually genuinely was looking at buying one of the organic cotton silk polos last night. Coincidence.
Wow.
Coincidence. Oh, look at that. Peter's in one right now.
Peter's in one right now.
Look at him.
He is looking handsome.
Look at that. Look at that. Looks good. Everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands by working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middleman. Quince gives you luxury pieces without the markups, and Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. We're huge fans of Quince, as we've just been discussing. Stick to the staples that last with elevated essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/loveit for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/loveit to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/loveit.
Bannon is the kind of friend you want to have in a breakup. He was never good enough for you, and anything you want to do to him is justified. You can set his house on fire. You should set his house on fire. Bannon also called on Trump to investigate Musk's drug use and his reported effort to get in on a classified briefing on China from the Pentagon, and said that Musk's security clearance should be suspended in the meantime. For my friends, everything. For my enemies, the law. You know that Roy Orbison song? It's really good. Fox didn't really know how to cover this, but we did get this lovely moment.
Sometimes when you're angry, you say things you don't mean. Greg knocked my hair last week, and I said he's on the Epstein list.
Yeah, you did.
Sometimes guys fight. Guys sometimes will punch you in the face, and the next night you're having a beer. Sleep with your girlfriend, and you patch things up.
Really?
Not your wife, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No one slept with my girlfriend, let's put it that way.
Oh, my word.
What did the "let's put it that way" mean? No one slept with my girlfriend, let's put it that way. What are you talking about? 10 out of 10, no notes. The whole kerfuffle was set off by Musk's opposition to Trump's spending bill that cuts taxes for the rich, increases the debt by trillions of dollars, and costs as many as 16 million people their health care. This is, of course, unpopular and indefensible. But during a contentious town hall last Friday, Iowa Senator Joni Ernst absolutely nailed her response to a woman who shouted in reference to Trump's proposed Medicaid cuts that people will die.
People are not... Well, we all are going to die.
Good to lock in the 2026 campaign slogan nice and early. Now, after her comments sparked outrage, Ernst did the seemingly impossible and managed to make it worse with a sarcastic apology video that she filmed where? In a cemetery.
And I made an incorrect assumption that everyone in the auditorium understood that, yes, we are all going to perish from this earth. So I apologize. And I'm really, really glad that I did not have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well.
It's nice of her to keep digging in the place where the holes are at least useful. But Joni wasn't the only Republican struggling to defend the "We're All Gonna Die" Act of 2025. Georgia Congresswoman and person who does not wipe down the machine after, Marjorie Taylor Greene, said she regretted voting for the bill and admitted that she didn't actually read it. She objected to a provision slipped into the bill that would ban state regulation for AI for a decade. Though I'm not sure what Marjorie's worried about, AI will never be able to replace jobs like Scarecrow that got struck by lightning and started having doubts about the Holocaust.
Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me.
And you know what that sound means. It's time for gay news. Gay news. In Montana, the Missoula City Council skirted a state ban on pride flags in government buildings by adopting the pride flag as the official city flag. Great move. Not to be outdone, San Francisco proposed replacing its official flag, a sea lion shooting up on a streetcar, with an even gayer pride flag, which officials are hoping to accomplish by 2032, once the first environmental impact statement is complete. Gay news. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has directed the Navy to remove Harvey Milk's name from a vessel celebrating the late gay rights icon. In Milk's honor, however, the ship will remain full of semen. Explained Hegseth, there's no good reason for the Navy to honor Harvey Milk this way, who I assume is the inventor of milk. Pete, you can rename the ships, you can throw out the books at the Naval Academy, but you will never stop the Navy from being gay. Harvey Milk was the first openly gay man to be elected to public office in this country and had served in the Navy until he was forced to resign when he was outed. Interesting fact, the reason Harvey Milk is said to be the first gay man elected to public office is because a few years before in Michigan, Kathy Kozachenko was elected to the Ann Arbor City Council, and another lesbian was elected to the Massachusetts legislature a year later. But these path-breaking dykes are less well known than Harvey Milk, because PR is all gay guys and straight women, lesbians. Step away from the lathe and write a press release for your girl, Kathy. Let's get her a ship. Gay news. A museum in Amsterdam exhibited a 200-year-old condom decorated with an erotic scene of 3 clergymen and a nun, which curators say was likely a luxury brothel souvenir. Said Joe Biden, oh, there it is. And that's gay news. In gray news, Grey Anatomy star Ellen Pompeo said that the TSA recently called in a bomb squad when she tried to go through security with sunflower seeds from Erewhon. One TSA agent reportedly said to Pompeo, "You paid how much?" That's got to be a crime. Pompeo told Travel and Leisure, "They literally held me for an hour and they brought the bomb squad in." Imagine. You're a TSA agent. Ellen Pompeo's bag has set off the bomb detector. You're pretty sure she doesn't have a bomb. She's Ellen Pompeo. But then what if she does? What if the 20th season of Grey's Anatomy finally pushed her over the edge? Ellen Pompeo blows up a passenger plane and you're the agent who let her board because she was Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy. You can't take that kind of a risk. In other gray news, an elephant broke into a store in Thailand and helped itself to several bags of sweet rice crackers, bananas, and a sandwich.
เอาเลยเอาเลยเอาเลยต้นจะถอยออกแล้วถอยออกแล้ว
Don't love that I ate more than a starving elephant for lunch. But hey, at least I had pants on when I did it. In bee news, 250 million bees escaped after a semi-truck overturned in Washington state. According to bee experts, that's $250 million. In an unrelated story, this summer's hottest fashion accessory is a big hat with a mesh veil. If you want to help out the company that suffered this loss, they have started a GoFundMe. And that's bee news.